comic book fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. And it's another price variant show. And today we are doing zombies in the run up to Halloween. We're doing some horror specials. We did vampires last week, and we're doing zombies this week. So Alan has lots of zombies in his house. I've had to scour my comic collection in order to find some zombies. So we're gonna start with the guest this week, and as usual, it's Alan.
So I'm going to show you a couple, a couple of series. On my show, I showed the crossover with zombies and Archie, right? So
yeah,
gotta go check that out on my channel. But there's other kind of big crossovers. Deceased is one that I think of. And it was actually a really good series. It was multiple series, but here's Deceased, A Good Day to Die.
Nice.
Okay? It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then we got Deceased, Unkillables. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's like a whole bunch of these zombie ones. Like I think when DC saw that Marvel Zombies did really well, they decided to do their own one. And this is more Unkillables. And then we got kind of like a Suicide Squad looking one.
Oh yeah.
This is number 3 of that series. And then another series that was great. And there's collectors of this, like Peach Momoko.
Oh right, okay. I've not seen that.
This is a Deceased Dead Planet.
Yeah.
Quite good series. And this is the regular, I believe. No, this is the B cover.
Yeah.
With Batman.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And then we got number 2.
Yeah.
With Wonder Woman and Superman. Wonder Woman's pretty awesome as a zombie, just so you know. Just like, it's pretty awesome. She's so powerful. She just like charges and splats people. She's just pretty awesome. Okay, and this is like the black and white variant.
Yeah. And
then number 3 with I think that's Supergirl. Supergirl.
Yeah.
Is it Supergirl? It looks like Supergirl. Yeah. I think it's Supergirl. I think that's right. Probably people will be like, no, that's or Wonder Girl, and one of the two. I think it's Wonder Girl actually. So Wonder Girl. It's Wonder Girl. I'm looking at it and I'm realizing that it's Wonder Girl. So that's Deceased. And they had, like, as I said, they had a whole bunch of series. Totally ripping off Marvel on that one.
Well, it's not going to be hard to guess what I'm going to do. Alan having done the DC zombies, I'm going to do the Marvel zombies.
Okay.
I think it's all started with Mark Millar in Fantastic Four, Ultimate Fantastic Four 21 is the first appearance of the Marvel zombies. They're not on the cover, but they're inside.
Yeah, I think it's considered the cameo. I'm not sure.
Is it the cameo? Okay.
Yeah, because at the end it kind of shows the zombies.
Yeah, that's right. It does. Yeah, it's in the last page or so. Yeah. I haven't got 22 because it's a bit pricey.
22 is the first appearance. Yeah.
I know it's the expensive one. I'm trying to find a reasonable priced one, but I did find 23, which I really like the cover of, and I found this for less than $5. So this is actually my spec is Ultimate Fantastic Four 23, because 21 and 22 have gone, are really quite
crazy.
Quite expensive, but 23.
I have a couple copies of both of those. Actually.
Yeah, they've really taken off. But 23, which is the third part of it, really, is still very affordable. So it hasn't taken off as much as the other two. And actually, I think I prefer the cover of 23.
It has a bit of that zombie feel. So
it does, yeah, because you see all the hands at the window.
The weird thing is that's not considered their first cover.
No, I know it's
Even
not.
Though,
no, that's
number 30. Yeah. That's the first cover. Yeah.
That's the first cover, with Doom sitting there. Another cover that I like, that's 30, you're right, and this is 31, and this is actually my favorite cover, and this was a variant cover.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it's got the thing,
the thing with like some kind of like zombie leg.
Yeah. He's all zombie, and then there's Reed Richards at the back, locked away, looking very zombie-like.
That's cool.
Yeah, and so I'm going to show all my Marvel zombie ones. There's another nice one here. This is Marvel Zombies 2, and we've got an Iron Man zombie.
So why would the suit become zombie-like? Is my just a question. Just a question.
Well, it's a perfectly valid question, but this is comics. I'm not sure any logic applies.
Yeah.
Yeah, his suit has become zombified, or whether I don't know. I have a Doctor Strange zombie cover.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and finally, I have a Marvel Zombies Resurrection, and I just like the cover.
So that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, the selfie. That's awesome.
Yeah, the selfie. Yeah. Okay, so that's my entire zombie collection, Alan, I'm afraid. So
okay.
It's down to you now.
Down to me. So I'm gonna actually show you my spec. One sec. Actually, I had another deceased one in a pile here.
Yeah.
I have two more that I didn't show. This one, and I really like this. Actually, I love this kind of situation, this kind of scene. This is with Zatanna kind of getting pulled out of the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I just had those. I just realized that I didn't show them. This is my spec plus just a series that I really like. So I think sometimes spec isn't something you expect to go up in crazy price or anything like that. But sometimes series that are kind of underrated or just people just didn't catch. Sometimes those series that are really just really great series, they go up in value anyways.
Yes.
Sort of despite the fact that they are not from a big publisher, they're not like, they're just a cool thing that people say, hey, this is really cool, I want to pick it up. And then other people try to pick it up. So that's my spec, spec on the quality of the story. So there's actually two series from this. It's Extinction Parade, and this is the second part, War. I just picked these up. These were in a dollar bin. It's like, it's one of those things that's totally under the radar. But the first series, I haven't read the second series yet, was amazing. It's just a really interesting series.
Who's the publisher?
This is, it's also Avatar. They produce a lot of good stuff, actually. A lot of their books have gone up because they have produced a lot of really great stuff. But this is the series is kind of interesting. It's about vampires. Okay. And so you think, oh, okay, what does that have to do with zombies? Well, it just happens that the zombie apocalypse is happening, right? And the vampires are like, oh, humans, they'll get over it. It'll be okay. And they're just going on with their own lives, and they're not noticing this zombie apocalypse because they've seen war, they've seen devastation, and they just don't think anything different of it. And then they realize that all of a sudden their human supply, their food supply is running out. So then it becomes like, oh wait, maybe we should do something here. And it's just the whole way it's written is kind of like in the vampire's perspective.
Yeah.
And it's just like this cluelessness. It's so interesting. And it's just really compelling story. And at the end of the first series, they say, hey, no more. These zombies are a little bit annoying. They decide to start killing the zombies. It's kind of that whole thing. So that's the first of them. And then I have like each series, they're very quick reads. They're very short. Number 2, and that was number 4, and this is number 1. And I'm actually friends with the artist. I really liked his work.
Yeah.
I never can pronounce his name correctly though. It's Ralo Carreras. I always mispronounce this. I'm terrible with names, just so you know. If you ever watch my shows, you'll learn that I'm very bad with pronunciation of names. So yeah, but I really enjoy his artwork, and these are all wraparounds. They're just like really
like wraparounds, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, if you can see, his artwork is really brilliant. I've commissioned a bunch of stuff from him. So and I just really liked his artwork. If you look up jungle fantasy and his stuff, very well, not meant for kids. It's very, very sexy. So that's what got me into him. So
what did you commission him to draw?
Some stuff I can't show the family. It's just like these very sexy, it's very cool. Like his stuff is very cool. It's like I got him to do some Dungeons and Dragons stuff, some like Gulliver's Travel stuff, and some horror related stuff. Just but he and a zombie one, like, and they're all like these huge things, just really intricate penciling. It's like all pencil art.
Yeah.
It's really, really quite nice. It's, you know, if you see the style. He also did a series called Crossed. It's it's a sort of zombie related, but it's like psychos plus zombies.
Okay.
Like, it's very interesting series. It's worthy of checking out as well. So I really like, you know.
Okay, that's a good recommendation. I'm definitely going to.
Some of these under the radar kind of book.
Yeah, and if they're reasonably priced, I'll pick those up because I like that artwork. Right, I've got a guess who for you, Alan. And
okay.
I've given you a couple of easy ones in the last couple of weeks, so this one is a bit harder, and in a way, it sort of links to the theme. It's a bit of a cheat, but it does. So there's actually 3 first appearances in here, but 2 of them are really obscure. One of them is a major character, or semi-major character. So, and it's if you don't know it immediately, you're probably not going to get it. And it is New X-Men 114.
Oh, okay, so major character, but it's recent. This is a recent series.
Fairly recent. 2005, I think, was it's 2000.
So that's sort of the period where I didn't really go out and buy new comics. So like from about 97 to maybe 2015. Like there was like that sort of stint where I buy like, I'd buy comics, but I wouldn't buy the recent ones. I'd buy like sort of older stuff. So you got me in that phase where I wasn't really collecting the modern.
Okay,
comics.
I'll give you a clue. Character is female.
So the one I was going to guess, actually is a female. So I was thinking teenage, like the bomb one, teenage nuke, warhead, something warhead.
No. She's a baddie.
Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, I know it's not Psylocke. I know it's not what's her name? The White Queen. Has this character appeared in movies?
Don't think so. I might be wrong.
Okay.
I'm not expert. I don't think she's been in a movie.
Okay. I'm trying to think of baddies. No, I have no idea. You got me.
It's a character called Cassandra Nova, who is Professor Xavier's evil twin sister.
Yeah, I know the character.
Okay.
Once you said it, I didn't know what comic she came in first. I thought for some reason she was in one of those Marvel Point ones.
Yeah, this was actually the first of this. Although it says New X-Men 114, this was the first it's actually the first new X-Men, so they retitled it as New X.
Oh, okay.
And it's got Grant Morrison took over the writing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he killed. She starts off by destroying the mutants planet. The where they all live, and kills.
Yeah.
She kills 16 million new mutants in one go.
Well, that's always a good start. Kill everybody.
So Grant Morrison, I think, had a run of about 40 issues, starting with this one.
Okay.
So yeah,
I don't see the zombie tie-in, but sure.
Well, okay. So there's a zombie tie-in in that when they were in the womb, okay, it was a sort of evil. I mean, the story is just ridiculous. There's some sort of evil alien presence that impregnated, got into the womb, and when he was only an infant, they were effectively twins, but Xavier in the womb spotted her and effectively killed her, so she was aborted. But then, because she was this alien sort of presence, she then went into the sewers, and she grew in the sewers and reformed herself. So you could think that she was a zombie because she came back from the dead. But
so they flush. It's sort of like what you do when you buy alligators and you flush them down the toilet. You do that with like these unborn fetuses. Okay, makes sense. Totally.
She then, I mean, the plot line's just crazy. So she then, in this run, she gets shot, but she manages to jump into the body of Professor X. So so she's not dead again. So I don't know where it's a very loose connection to zombies, but
okay, but no, makes sense. I'll give you credit for that. Okay.
Okay.
So
we both this week. We both managed to pick comics from the period of time when we weren't collecting comics.
Yeah, it was kind of just a weird time. Like, I did collect comics, but as I said, I was going for the back issues. I didn't really get into the modern series. I sort of got a disdain for modern series because of like the 90s bust. Like that whole modern comics are all junk and worthless. Like that was kind of like the mindset that kind of got into me.
Modern rubbish, yeah. Well, actually, this is not a bad spec because this is the first of the new X-Men. It was the first,
no, it's a great spec.
The first of the Grant Morrison series. It's the first Cassandra Nova, and who knows, she might appear at some stage in the movies. And it's still really cheap. You can pick up high grade raws of this for $5.
Cool. So again, future unboxing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. That's very cool.
Have you got any more zombies for us, Alan?
I have two more to show. Two more, actually a bit more than that. Well, I'll show you some more zombies. So I figure I should show more Walking Dead. So we'll start out with Walking Dead #1.
Oh, very nice.
And I picked this up so nicely. I was like as I said, this is like a $2,000 book.
Yeah.
And it went up to actually like 3,000 at one point. I picked it up when the season like the series sort of ended.
Yeah.
And there was just a bit of a lull. It was just like a lull for maybe 1-2 months. It was not a very long lull.
Was this the end of season 1 or?
This was like last year or this year.
Oh yeah, no, when the whole thing.
There was a bit. Yeah, so when the series kind of completed.
Yeah.
I picked it up for like $1,000. So I was like, that's a pretty good price. So if you know this book, it's a really good price. So, and it's a 9.6. It's not a 9.8, but it's actually another reason I picked it up was there's only one color breaking spine tick. One. So it's one of those kind of like.
Yeah, you can sometimes get away with that as a 9.8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was like, maybe. But okay, so and then we got Walking Dead #27. This is the first appearance of the Governor. Again, you got to watch the series. You'll appreciate the Governor. Awesome character. And the last one is Michonne's first appearance. Michonne is this kind of cool character. She she walks around with like a katana, and she like slices the heads off of all the zombies. And these are like two people in her life. I think it's her brother and her boyfriend or fiance. And she walks around with them. Like they're sort of like her pets. Very, very cool character. So that's my Walking Dead. I have a bunch of Walking Dead, but they're all raw. But and then the other one that I was going to show is my Zombie Tramp. So this is Zombie Tramp #1 from the 3rd series.
Yeah.
And that's actually a pretty pricey book. It's about usually around $80 to $100. So that's the 3rd series, though. The 1st series is this one. And this is my Grail book. This is such a like hard book to find. It is like hard to find the first print of this book. Zombie Tramp #1. It is like, this is like a $1,000 to $2,000 book.
Wow.
Is
it signed? It looks like,
yeah, it's signed by Dan Mendoza. He's the guy that created it and is the artist. I actually collect his artwork because I kind of like it. It's kind of got that sexy, cartoony style. I kind of like it. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Dan Mendoza. I met him a couple of times at Comic-Cons. So yeah, so he's a really great guy. You know, really hard book to find. You got to be careful buying this book, though. There's so many reprints that it's really hard to find that first printing.
And how can you how does the first printing differ from the reprints?
So there's a couple things. You'll notice that there's a price down in this corner.
Yeah.
Like the price. On the later editions, they put like a barcode.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The other thing is you'll see some that have like SR. It's like a comic, another publisher.
Yeah.
That was a later printing as well. So there's a few prints. Like the SR is a second print. The one with the barcode is like a really later print, but very hard to find that first print. I've only seen it once in a first print. So this is the only copy I've ever seen, actually.
And was it self-published originally?
No, it wasn't quite self-published. It was kind of that level, though. You know, it's a small publisher, right?
Yeah.
But just really hard to find. It's just like, yeah, I think there's less than 10 on the census.
Yeah.
And it's a book that people would slab, though. It is a book people would slab because it is a pricey book. But there's only less than 10 on the census for a modern book. I think it was under 3,000 published. And, you know, it was kind of like a throwaway title at the time, too. So it was not like people kept them. So really hard book to find. So that's one of my grails. And actually, where did I put it? Oh, yeah. The other one I was going to show, just because I like these crossover ones. And I showed on my channel, the Archies, and I showed the DC crossover. But there's also Dynamite. Like Dynamite had a series as Dynamite. And this is, I think this is Perello. Really great artist. And it's like crossover with Zombies and Vampirella.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Okay. This is #2. And then we got #3 with Red Sonja and Vampirella.
Okay, yeah.
Another Perello cover. And then we got a Lisner one, #3. I have more, but I just don't know where I put them.
Those are nice. I've never seen those.
Yeah, really great covers. Like, yeah.
When did those publish?
These are recent. These are like this year.
Oh, okay.
So this series is Dynamite Lives. There's a previous series last year that was just Dynamite, and this is like the second series, I should say. So yeah. So there was I have the whole collection of it. I just don't know where I put it. So I gotta search through like 20 different boxes. But yeah, but those ones were pretty good, pretty great. And really great artwork. I mean, these are pretty famous artists. Like Lisner is pretty famous.
Yeah, no. That's the artwork's good on those.
Linsner. I always say his name backwards. Linsner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just a great artist. So yeah. So those are some of the ones, my collection. I have a lot more zombies. Again, I'd have to dig through my boxes to find them all. But yeah. that's all I had to show.
Great. So what would you like to do next week, Alan?
Well, okay, so we did like vampires,
Yeah.
zombies.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one might be hard, but I'm thinking you gotta kind of think about this one. Werewolves. Would that be hard?
I knew you were going to. I've got some werewolves, but not many.
Yeah, I actually don't have many either. But I was thinking like that'd be the one that we, would be next. Or do you want to do like Frankenstein like things or?
Let's try and do werewolves. Let's do.
Okay.
I can definitely get a few werewolves. Not as
Yeah,
many.
I have a few. Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully we managed not to do the same zombies, which I'm quite impressed with.
Yeah. That shows how many zombies there are.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I would have done Archie if I'd thought about it, but I just didn't Archie. Yeah, but luckily you did Archie, so I didn't need to. Yeah.
Perfect,
So
yeah.
I'll have to have a think about werewolves. I've definitely got some, but not a huge quantity. We'll
Yeah,
see.
me either actually. On the werewolves, it's a little bit thinner on my collection. I do have some.
Why don't we do werewolves and mummies?
Maybe. Yeah, we'll do both because that way we have a little bit more stuff to show. That's a good idea. So next week, mummies and werewolves, I should say. Yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a few mummies that are great. So that's cool.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thanks, Alan, and I'll see you next week.
Okay, thanks again.